Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a picture in the Ink House by Rory Dobner. And we've been having fun in this book, and I thought today I would do Louie here. Louie spots a balloon on the horizon approaching the house. And this is towards the end of the book. And the balloon approaching the house has got a little bit of what goes on at the end of the book. I'll have to share that in the next Ink House picture I do. But I thought I'd do this one, and I will probably do this one next just to get them cohesive together. I'm going to be using the Inktense that I have, and I'm thinking he should be kind of a brown black dachshund, I assume is what he is. And then we'll have some ivy coming up. I think we have some curtains hanging here, a window in the background, and of course the frame here. So I will get out some pencils, get you down a little closer, and we will start inking him up. Okay, that's probably a good enough look here. I'm going to try to pick out a brown that I think would be good for him. And I'm probably going to go with the saddle brown, which is a nice kind of brownish tone. I'll pull out a darker one too, and that will be the chocolate brown, kind of my favorites. Okay, for the ivy, we're going to go in with dark greens and light green. So we'll do the fern, and we'll get some sherbet lemon in there, and if I can find, yeah, I want a kind of a olivey green, but I don't think I put that one away in the right spot. So we'll work with these two. I really want darker green. I'm not finding it though. Well, I'll go with leaf green. So those will be the three greens. Curtains. Oh boy. We can kind of leave them a beigey color coming down. Windowsill's going to have to be brown, so we'll pull out a few more browns. We'll pull out a mustard, willow, and whatever this one is. Baked earth. We'll see how that works in the windowsill. And in the background here, it looks like we have broken glass, but there's really not a picture in the window, so we can leave that as is. He's leaning out this window. I'm assuming it's all one frame. I don't even know if those are curtains, come to think of it. I mean, they kind of look like it, but it could be the siding of the house. Anyway, we're going to do the pup and the ivy right now, and we'll have to figure out what those are. I want a blue hat on him. I did a red hat on someone else, so we're going to do a blue one on him. And let's see, we'll pull out a navy and a dark aquamarine and a sea blue, and we'll see what we can come up with there. Now that I picked out the pencils, bored you to death. I'm going to be using the water brush that I have and the plastic mat that I use as a palette. I'm going to go ahead and start on his hat, so I'm going to grab the blues that I picked out. Put the other pencils off to the side here, and we're going to put down the three blues and see how these work. Just scribbling them on the mat. Okay, so these are the colors I'm using. The dark ultramarine 1201, navy blue 830, and the sea blue 1200. And they're in that order on the mat. And we're going to go with the lightest one here. Just add a little water to it and kind of put it in the lightest sections of the hat. And go with the next darkest color. Add that in. And the darkest color, put that in where all the shadows are. Just kind of blend it out. And there we have a blue hat on our puppy. Okay, now we'll go in with the brown and give him some brown tones. So what do we got here? What did I pull out for him? Mustard might be a little yellow, but we'll get down these 4 colors. So we have the mustard here. Mustard is 1700. We're going to go in with the saddle brown, which is a nice brown tone, and that's 1740. See what baked earth is. That's a nice color. 1800. And the last one I have is the willow, which is another nice brown. 1900. See how yellow this actually gets, and that is pretty yellow. But we have some highlights, so we'll add some of that in. Little puppy. He's so cute. Okay, then we're going to take in some of this willow and just add a little bit of that around. Just gonna put that almost everywhere else that is light. Then we'll shade it in with the darker colors. Okay, want to leave a little white around his nose. Saddle brown. Okay, and I think I had a chocolate and I didn't put it down here. So we want some dark shadowing. And we're going to mix it in here with the saddle brown because it is kind of a red. Just darkening around the darkest spots where they've got the most shadow. You should have some shadowing coming down from his hat here. Just going to mix these colors together. Try to get more of a brown than a red tone in them. And there he is. I just love how these pictures come to life. A little ink on them. Okay, we're going to work on the leaves. Sorry. So the pencils on this gonna go down as the leaf green. That is 1600. I just stuck my hand in the ink. Wasn't quite dry. Got to get that off me. This is the Sherbet lemon, which is quite bright, and that one is 100. Then we have Fern, which is kind of an olivey green, 1560, and those are the three greens I've got. We're going to go in with the lightest and give some of these leaves some highlights just here and there. And on this side. Okay, then we're going to go in with the, which one was this one? Olivey color Fern. And we'll add that in. Some of these are really tiny little leaves. Okay, same on the other side. Then we'll go in with the darker color. I believe this was leaf green. And kind of anywhere the leaves are shaded more. Now you've noticed I've gone out of line here, and that's okay. I think I'll put a green distress ink down on this and kind of give it a green glow around the page. So I can go in here and add a little more to that. And I need to get his little foot. I didn't do too good there. Let's give him a little coloring down here. There. Okay, now we'll do the wood since we have all the browns out. Just do a base coat there. That's just a mix of the chocolate and the other colors. And there's a bit of a window framing back here. Do that kind of light because there's broken glass there. That's just straight chocolate. Darken it up here. Then we'll go in with a pencil and darken that up. Seems to be 2 frames here, so might as well get them both. Okay, and of course he's got his feet on a part of it too, so we'll darken that up. And I don't know, I'm gonna really have to think about that, so I'll be right back. We're gonna do the curtains kind of hopefully in a creamy color. So I'm gonna put down some white, and it's Antique White 2300, and I'm going to put down some Sicilian yellow, that is 0220, and I may bring in some of the browns that I have over here. I'm not sure how these are going to work, but if we add those two together I get kind of this creamy color. And we're just going to add this at the top of the curtain area and around the side over here, and just pull it down into the ivy. Circle ends right about there, so just kind of add it in and pull it up. And just kind of give it that color. We're going to do the same on the other side. Darken it around the bottom and then bring it up. Going over the ivy at the same time. Kind of gives the ivy a nice little touch of that color also. Okay. Now in here we're just going to darken the To me it looks like a screen, like he popped through the screen, but it doesn't have a tear in it, so I'm just going to darken it. And let's see, I want to darken it with a gray. Do I have a gray here? I've got charcoal ink. It's kind of a dark sepia ink. Just a gray is what I want. I'm just gonna have to make it a go with the, everything's gonna fall here if I pull that out. Neutral gray 2120, and I'm gonna stick it up here next to that white, and we'll add some white and make a softer gray and stick it in here. And just add a shadow behind him. Don't really want to add a color. But a shadow, just enhancing that a little bit. That works, and we'll put some up here. Again, not quite sure what's going on, but it's a kind of a broken window, so we'll highlight these shards of glass with the shadow in the background of it. Also going to go around his eyes a little bit with some brown. Okay. And we have kind of like two rings here. We got the main outside ring and then an inner ring that goes all the way around. And I'm just going to go in with I don't know. I'll just take the little brown bits that I have here, and I'm just gonna kind of separate those rings a little bit. Really water it down and bring it around. It's just going to separate the rings there a little bit. Right through there. And again, we're going over these leaves a little bit, so the little outside lines that I messed up in, you're not going to see as much. Okay. Okay, I think I might go ahead and do this in a green tone. So we're just going to take the 3 greens I have here, probably add a little bit of this chocolate to it, and just see what we come up with color-wise. Add a lot of water to it again, and just kind of go around the outside here. Be darker down there at the bottom, and then we'll lighten up as we come around the top, and just bring it around. So bring that down. Sorry. My daughter's putting away the dishes downstairs, if you hear that noise. Okay. And I will just darken the edge here a little bit. And that's just the darkest green that we used in the leaves. And I'm just doing it on the edge here. And I dump on, just add it right in. Again, we're helping with the fudged up lines that I did when I did the leaves. Method to my madness, right? Okay, just a little more right there. And we will highlight any of this with pencils, so I will come back in with those. Now I don't see anything else that I really need to touch here. I need to do this wall, and I'm trying to remember what color I did the house. I think I did the house in the bricky color, so we can add some of this. What do we have? Yeah, we'll just kind of do it in an orangey brown, just mix, and we'll just add that in there. So I just kind of took all the color on my board and threw it down. So it kind of adds a little bit of orange in with the green, and we'll add that as a shadow down in here too, and bring that up. Right into the curtains, or whatever these are. Curtains or pillars, I don't know. We'll also bring it kind of up on the brown side here. There. Then I will let that dry and we'll come back in with some pencils. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, I've taken out some of the Prismacolors, and we're going to first work on the brownie area on the wood. Let's see if we can talk. Brown area on the wood window frame. Okay, so I have mineral orange and sienna brown, dark umber, and jasmine. And here are their numbers. 1012 for the jasmine, 945 for the sienna brown, 947 for the dark brown, and for the mineral orange it's 1033. And we're going to go ahead and put down the lightest color in some areas. Put it very lightly back here, a little darker here, but lighter here. It's behind a pane of glass. So is that. We can also use the same jasmine to darken the edge up here. In the curtain. Okay, then we go in with the mineral orange. Okay, then we go in with the sienna brown. Remember, wood does not have to be solidly one color. It's got a lot of grain to it, so you can mess with that part. So when you lay down, you can bring in some squiggly lines. Okay, let me just shade it in. This is the Sienna brown. With the Sienna brown, we can darken the edge around this circle too. Dark on that side and then just fade it up. Then bring in the Jasmine. We're going to do kind of that on both sides and just bring it up halfway. Just to there, we're going to leave the top of it lighter. Gives us another opportunity to cover up any of those little green lines I went out of. Okay, and then the Jasmine again, just blend that out. We're going to take a little cream and then just blend the rest of that up into the other side up here. Okay, then on the outside we're going to do the same kind of thing with the green. So we brought in the same greens that I really like. So it's moss green, green ochre, and we're going to go around with lime peel. So we're going to do the moss green first, and that's 1097, and then the lime peel, and then I'm going to darken the outside edge with the green ochre, which kind of gives it a goldy tone. The green ochre's number is 1091. So I'll start off with the moss green and add that in. Blend that right into the leaves. And we're going to go up the same distance as we did with the brown here. Very lightly bring it towards the center. Okay, then we'll go in with the lime peel. Okay, then we're going to take the cream again. And we're just going to blend that out to the edge. I don't know if I blended that brown over on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Okay. And we'll do the same thing on that side, but we're going to go in with the green ochre just around the edge here and darken that up. Okay, we'll go back in with the green or the moss green. Blend it up a little bit more. Then with the lime. And then with the cream. Okay. So we're going to do that around the edge over on this side. We're also going to use some of the sepia to go in and darken up some of these areas here, just as a shadow. Just kind of working with the existing lines that they have provided. On the curtain, any place you want dark on the wood. If I want a shadow underneath these leaves that I colored in dark, I can do that also. You can just trace them around and add them in. Any deep spots in between where the curtains are or anything. This is just your detail work. And then of course if there's any spots on the pup's paws you want to darken, or any of his fur coming in. So you just kind of look around and see where you might want to have him darker. And then his eyes, I'm going to color those in brown. Add a little more shading in his hat. And then we'll add some brown lines in here where the branches come up. And in that we'll add some of the mineral orange just to highlight them here and there. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now. Add a little bit mineral orange around the inner part of this circle too. And I will show you a ending picture. Boom, 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 just like that. So I'll get the other side to match this side, and I will show you what it looks like in the end. There will be some inking done on the page, probably coming in when I got my hand in my ink thing. I actually set it right here, and we do have some blue here. So I will probably go ahead and ink up blue coming down in this area, so it will cover my little accident over here. Happy accidents only happen in my books. So I'm not going to let me get upset about that. I'm just going to put a little layer of blue ink coming down over the words, and up here also bring down the blue from his hat. Alright, I'm laying down some ink, and I thought I would show you a little trick. At the top up here we got really light, and I want it to stay light. So what I did was I just cut a piece of paper to a semicircle, and I'm going to lay it down on that edge up here. It's pretty close. I just eyeballed it, but you know. I'm going to start here and then bring the ink out. So I'm on the other piece of paper, putting it down here and then edging the ink out into the other area. Going to cover up his name and bring it down a little bit on the other side. So when I pull it away, we have that nice, clean, light color there. I don't mind it down here being blended in because green and blue complementary colors, but I wanted to keep the light up there at the top. And I fixed my little boo-boo. I've got the ink coming over there, and I'll end up bringing a little bit more of it over here. And then all I do to give it that this effect, which I didn't intend there, I just take a, we'll have to find a clean rag here, a spritzer bottle. This is the Tim Holtz sprayer. It's a distress sprayer. Does not do a fine mist, actually globs down the water. Of course I dropped my rag. Need that to dry the water droplets up with. So we're just going to hold it about hand length away and spray some water down. Give it a few seconds and then just dry it up. Okay, do it again. Wherever you want the ink to get a blotchy effect. It won't change any of the ink in the Inktense part because that's permanent, but it will take up the distress ink, which is what I'm after, and it just does a light distress look on it, so you get that nice little splotchy effect, and it'll come out more when it dries. And if we want to, we can use the stamp and just put a few extra dots here and there, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to get a little more here, leave it on there for a little while longer, and then lift it up, and you can see it changed that effect. So that is basically all I'm going to do to it. I finished the circle with the pencils, and then I just used the Caran Dash, well, I don't know what you call this, blending stick, and went around and rubbed it on all these pieces just to kind of give them a little bit better blending than I was able to do with the pencils themselves. So there he is, all finished, looking cute. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like these kind of videos, go ahead and hit the little bell and you'll get notifications the next time I put one up. So I hope you all have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.